Hello, good afternoon and good morning, good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me. Yes, you are welcome to the 22nd edition of Investdata Trading Live with Ambrose. Yes, at this hour, I want to let you know that the stock market generally has gone very volatile. I will tell you, stock market of the world are very, very volatile at this point. And commodity market is also in that mode. But because we're seeing that every day by day, as this event happening, in Ukraine and Russia continue to, kind of deepen, also strategies to stay ahead of this market also be reviewed. Like I always say, this is the time for you not to adjust your stop loss. I know that many people want to widen their stop loss. No, once you talk exit first and hold your cash and come back. That is strategy to adopt now. Don't just say because if you want to wait again, you adjust your stop loss. No, once you touch your stop loss, exit and also remove emotion from your decision at this point. Yes, the market is volatile. As it's volatile, it creates opportunity to enter low and sell high. We agree. But the risk associated with volatile market is very, very high. Very, very high. And that is why when you see any up market opportunity, you set to take profit. When it comes down, you buy again. Because a volatile market can be that this market can remain in this mode, this very risky mode for a long time. That means when you see opportunity to sell into an up market, you take advantage of that position and also exit and come back when you see the market coming lower again. Because as we speak now, the way things are going, Russia is threatening also to cut off gas, going to other Europe zone. All these things are coming up, and also don't forget that as we speak now, the oil price has gone as high as 132.85 dollar as we speak. It tells you that commodity prices are still going up, and as it's going up, it's going to also influence central bank decision because of what this is the pressure on inflation already. For that, you need to manage your trading position very, very well. And before we go further, as I mentioned earlier, don't play with your stop loss. Don't say because you are seeing the market going there, you start adjusting your stop loss. No. Stop loss and emotion should be entered in at this point to law. Don't bring emotion at all. Your stop loss should be also your profit target or your entry and exit also be there to guide you. But before we go further, I want to give you just 5 tips you can use all at this period that market is very volatile, because you need to adjust your investing decisions or style, because the investing environment is also changing. For that, you need to also look at your technical tools and make sure that you are really at the top of your game. One, trade with smaller capital. What I mean that you let your position sizing be what with small at this point. If you want to jump into the position, don't jump into the market full with all your capital you have at once. For example, here in our market here, down in the local market, you have like 1 million. Don't just jump into position, even when you are sure of that position, because the volatile market, you don't enter with all those capital at once. This time you can play with between 40 to 50% of your capital to play the market now, and watch so that you have also capital in your account. When an opportunity comes to jump into the opportunity, it's not time to don't enter fully into one. That means one, they trade with smaller capital by sizing your position. That is number one. Number two, widen your trading range with your eyes on stop loss and what profit target. I say with your eyes on stop loss and profit target. Widen your trading range with your eyes on your stop loss and your profit target. Don't forget, these are the 2 points I've made now. Number three again here is that you should adjust your oscillation tools, especially those that are using either you are using a RSI or other oscillator indicators. That before you are doing either 80, 70, 30, you can widen into like either 80, 80, 20 now, so that it can accommodate this volatility, so that you can actually read your market very well, so that it will prompt you at the right time to know that this place is at overbought, here is oversold, so that you can easily enter. And also at this point, as you are entering the market, it's not time to invest and look your eyes for the market. You must study trend, because trend is our friend anytime, any day in tech analysis. That means you must keep your eyes on trend, so that when trend change, and that is why don't forget that I used T line to always catch that trend, to see if market have crossed down the trend, to give you a sign to even quickly jump out, because you are there to take smart investment decision, not just delaying. That's why I say you remove emotion. You have tools already guiding you, and when those two give you prompt, either to sell signal or a buy signal, you take quick action. And also that's why I said adjust your oscillators, to think big, to think big this period, so that you will quickly catch the overbought and oversold region quickly. It will make things easier for you, and also you can think of a higher time frame in terms of your RSI. I just said, just to look at the positions, the flow, the oscillation up and down, because it is this indicator that helps you to catch what is behind also the trend. But trend is your friend. You have to keep your eyes on trend. This is time also to go with what with trend, like I just said, to go with trend so that you know like you don't trade against the trend. The time to go with the trend, then don't go against what the trend. Make trend your friend. I mean, make trend your friend this period. These are the things. The last one there, watch your what your reversal no point, your reversal position, because because we trade news and rumor when it comes to stock prices. We trade news and rumor, because that you need to also watch out for your what for your reversal no signals, because we trade news and rumor when it comes to capital market, and these are the factors that move equity market. These news and rumors are what move the prices up and down. For us, for us to stay ahead of the market, when you have information to trade them, it becomes easier for you to also stay ahead of the market. These are the tips you need to hold this morning. I said one, trade with smaller capital. That means sizing your portfolio at this period. Two, widen your trading range. That means your eyes on your stop loss and what on your stop profit target. This is not time to say you want to follow bad wagon. No, when you see opportunity in any up market, sell into it and hold on to see a pullback, because it's a volatile market. It can go up and down even within a day, with a second. That is why you need to widen your also your time frame. The third one here is adjust your oscillators to think big when it comes to you to know the overbought and oversold region easily. And also, I think I said you can also kind of increase or higher, also heighten or just increase, or let me like increase your time frame if need be. Then the next one is that this is the time that go with the trend, not against the trend. Go with the trend. Move where it was. Also, your money flow will also tell you where fund is going and when fund is not going. Also, the access class will also tell you where things are moving to. You sure these are what should guide you in the market. The last one is watch for what for reversal, because in this market we trade news and what and rumor that makes moves for equity price. These are the factors that propel stock prices. Like today now in the market, you can see that the notification that came from Presco, it has changed the mode of Presco. But I tell people that I practice what I preach. Those that attended the Investdata Masterclass Q1, yes, the opportunity that it will go up, fine. But we have done our own duty by giving what a signal, a set signal that allow. We can't say wait, we don't know the price because when you go to the trading, we gave you the price, we have studied our buy range, we saw our stop loss. At the same time, we have seen that we have hit our target. We say sell. If it rally up again, fine. But if the information we have in the market is enough for you to hold, that one is not our own problem. You have taken your decision, but we have guided you as, because when you attended the training, you said our 90 days was the 90 days space, 91 days space, and we still have some days. But now that we hit our target at this point, for that to exit, that's why we're giving you the sell alert for Presco. But for those that want to say, well, no problem, it's your investment, we're not dragging with you, but just know that we are giving a sell alert. We can also see an opportunity that we can also communicate to you before the 90 days we can let you know. But already preparing for the master class that is coming on the 2nd of April. And I know I say don't miss that master class. I'm telling you, all the the speakers, I said it earlier, Alaj Kufi, Ashik Momo, myself, who have prepared the strategies and kind of defensive stock, or we call it them strong group and the strong sectors that you can play defensive and then make money. Even when the market become more volatile into the future because of pre-election year, and at the same time, as there was seen electionary activities taking place here and there, we have seen a court order coming from and there. All this will tense up this period between now and that February 2023. For that, you need to also make sure that you play safe by knowing the stock to exit and you want to go to kind of play defensive. These are how we should go this morning. But before we go into our technical analysis, the TA, they want to quickly look at the state of the market. Don't forget this, a class that will educate and also to guide on what to do. But as we speak now, the market is trying to rebound from yesterday loss of about 0.24. But now as we speak, the market is almost gaining 0.20. That means market trying to rebound. And don't forget, so the mature markets, before now, most of them also that miss performance, and I was not seeing them trying to also rebound. Our market here also in that mood. Don't forget that the market has suffered about 5 days kind of correction. I said it earlier that if you remember yesterday, that we're already in the distribution stage of the market or phase of the market, our market. But once we break down the 47,000 mark, there's sign of a decline. But now you can see the market is also trying to resist the decline this morning. We'll see how it go as we chart. But as we speak now, the state of the market at this afternoon or this hour, we're seeing a kind of a mixed market. Yes, market, the Osha index or we'll call it index action is looking up, trying to rebound. Then we're also seeing a flat kind of a market breadth at this week now. What I mean flat, the climber and the losers are in equilibrium at a flat place. That week now we have 8 gainers this hour, we have 8 losers. Top the eight gainers, Presco is leading the top the gainers chart with 10%, followed by Linkage Assurance, Mutual Benefits, Livestock, and Nestle. You can see big cap stock, Nestle and Presco on the gainer side. Yes, that means we are not surprising the market looking up because we can see the big cap there. And also look at the losers chart at this hour. We have 8 losers, but led by me and Baker, Nimex, University Press, FCMB, and what Codvi Business Solution. Then if you look at the top trade at this hour, which is very important, you want to know the most active stocks in terms of volume. We're seeing FBNH, that means FBN Holding, leading the pack, followed by GTB, Zenith Bank, UCAP from Magna today for 1 naira 50 kobo, for 1 naira 50 kobo dividend they declare. Good, you can see that it's trying to like also resist at this hour. It was marked around 12 naira, so moving like 12 naira, 5 kobo again, trying to gain this hour, even despite it was marked down today. It's a sign of strength for UCAP. Don't forget, I said it earlier yesterday that the first quarter result will be around the corner in the first week or the first 2 weeks in the month of April. And already today is 9 already. UCAP less than 2 weeks or to cross into the month of April. For me, if you are in UCAP, start pretend. Why another stock that is very important and for me is a good stock to hold is Transcorp. I tell you, this Transcorp have a lot of subsidiary that was going to impact on their bottom line going to the future. Look at what is happening globally. I think it's a stock that is standing on its own and it has potential that the price might go up just because they postponed their earlier scheduled board meeting for 1st of March. The price just from almost 1 naira 56 kobo down to almost 117 or more 10 before trying to rebound again. For me, the market as we speak now, there's a sign of strength coming back to the market today. We pray that it will sustain, but let's see that more numbers will also hit the market to also give more momentum because all those December account that released their first quarter, believe right between now and the 31st of March results. But that's why I can see Presco that just released the notification of their board meeting coming up on the 23rd of March. You can see how market is responding with the content of the notification because they are likely to give a bonus and also dividend declaration. Yes, as investor, these are what we are seeing that people are expecting against that expectation. That is that every investment is against what? Against tomorrow, against what? Expectation. On that note, we expect that this also will guide the market going into the future. If more, like we'll see more from fixing, from total, all this, if they are total coming and they are seeing their payout, it also going to change the market. As we speak now, yes, even the matured markets were seeing they're trying to like resist this kind of volatility and this decline that so far they have suffered just because of we are seeing that yes, at the end of the day, the NATO have said they don't want this thing to kind of extend or deepen or kind of escalate to other apart from this. That's why they're looking back. And also, I believe that Russia and Ukraine can also come to conclusion, and this chain will come to an end. Once it comes to an end, but don't forget that all those commodity price and oil price that we're just seeing and other will try to remain up because they can't take overnight for them, even though they decide today or tomorrow, to take time for these countries also to put their things in order and also start functioning and integrate themselves to the world again. But let's see how it goes. But for our own here market in Nigeria, we know that there are some factors that is working for our market. They are still there. They've not changed. But because of panic selling, that have changed the trading pattern for the past almost 6 trading days. But today we are seeing like a little change because of we're seeing that demand for Presco and the Nestle just kind of like push on other blue chip stocks trying to like put the market into the green this morning, which is good. Don't forget that the market is still between now and the 2:30. You can see more surprises that will come between now and market close. But before we round up this afternoon, I want to quickly look at these stocks that are also making a kind of sign to support the market to rebound. Especially want to look at the market first. Now look at Presco and also look at the life of Linkage Assurance. Is coming up, and also look at Nestle. So yesterday when it was going down, how it affected the market. This morning it's among the top gainers. Let's also see how it's doing to put the market up again. But let's look at the market first. You can see the market here. You can see this chart you look at here, you can see that market is trying to, you can see red here, but trying to like, resist decline here. But let's quickly go to 1 hour chart. That will give us a, a clear picture of how the market is doing. You can see a 1 hour chart. You can see the decline we have recorded so far. But this morning, that the market is already looking up on 1 hour chart. I can see that it's, the green, candlestick here, an uptrend from there. That means market opened up here this morning, because of the market is doing about 47,205 against the 14,154. It closed there yesterday. Market is almost gaining like almost 60 point or 76 point now to speak. It's a good one. Let's see how market go on our chart. Yes, before we go further, let me call other charts, other indicators, to add to our discussion this hour. Quick one, we want to look at that, what the Bollinger Band is doing. And on hourly chart, you can see that the Bollinger Band is also widening up a little today, but you can see that the market, looking at the chart, you can see that market have crossed the 20 days moving average below. But this morning, I'm trying to go back to that average until cross it before we now look at this on a 1 hour chart. But when we come to a day chart, let me add other indicators so that we can bring the market back to a day chart to see what really is doing. But I tell you, an hour chart, we're seeing that the market is trying to rebound, which is a good sign. Let's see what money flow is saying, and our 8 days, which is our T line. Our T line, what's our T line doing at this point? We need to look at all. No one look at all before we now conclude for the hour. Let's go back to our T line and see what it's doing. Yes, like I always tell you, I need to change this T line to what? To 8. That is this exponential. I know I don't want to remove the blue so that I can differentiate between the 20 days. Yes, you can see now, even on a 1 hour chart, you can see that the T line is already, the market is already above the T line, which is good on hourly chart, which is good. And you can see on our chart, our money flow is looking up at this hour. This also gives you a sense of direction. And see, our MACD is already trying to cross that up from now. That means we can see that MACD 9 is bullish on hourly chart. You can see it trying to close the red one from the blue one from down. It's a good sign that yes, this for hourly chart for this moment, the market is on our chart is very strong and looking good. But it's having a good sign after market have lost for almost 5 straight days. This is 6 days we are seeing a form of a resistance. Let's quickly go to the day chart on the market itself, on the index itself, to see the position of things. Yes. You can see that on a daily chart, the weak momentum is still there. You can see that it's going that, but on a 1 hour chart, it was better, but widening. But on a daily chart, you can see it's still stagnating, but now flat on the red on the 20 days moving average, and wide marginally above what the T line, which is the blue line. Yes, for me, it's a good one. Yes, we can come down here and look at the money flow. Our money flow is already looking up back to 57. Now it's good one, it's a good one. Yesterday it was looking down, but this morning we're seeing it looking up. To show you that funds also entering the market. And when I mean funds, I can see that it's demand. And demand is also coming with a, you can see a blue, a green, color here. Say that yesterday that we saw this big volume was the red one. Market today about 700 and something at the end of the day, boosted by activities in unit, a green light, and the volume is coming. Look at weekly chart, about 5 days. See how it looks like. Try to come up now. Once you can see here, you can see that the market as we speak now. You can see that the market is still above the T line. You can see the T line here. Is the 20 days moving average, like the center of the Bollinger Band. Even as we speak, market structure at this point was still above the T line on a weekly chart. For me, still have trend, but don't forget that when you see opportunity at up market, sell into up market because the market is so volatile. So you can have capital. When you see opportunity, you can also take advantage of that opportunity. For me, it's a good one at this point. Yes, this is how to go. But quickly one, let's go to Presco and see what is happening in Presco. Let's see what is happening in Presco before we can look the way of Nestle. To speak now, market is up, very up, not too strong, but for me it's a good one. So at this time yesterday, we see market also losing up to like a 0.20. But now at this hour, we're seeing market gaining gaining a 0. Almost a 1.5 or 1.4, which is good for me. It's a good sign. Let's see what is happening in Presco. Then we can look at assets that we're expecting their result to be the market, or we'll go for that Nestle. No, just for us to know, you can see that the Presco is already 10% flat. The stock is trading at 114 naira 95 kobo. This is almost 115, and this is one of the targets in one of our programs, especially the masterclass Q1 that we had in on the 2nd of January this year. We have meet our target there. If you want to take profit, fine. If you want to hold your position, fine. For me, we have to practice what to preach. We can't tell you that to set the profit target and hit it, you want to adjust put. No, that's why I said don't adjust. It's not time to adjust your stop loss for your profit target. You can always say, let me take my profit gently. Fine, that one is order. But once you hit your target, you are about to take your profit, that you know that you are being guided by what your trading principle, not by the market or just the momentum in the market following the bandwagon. No, you are different in the market for that. You don't allow the gyration of the market to carry your decision away, but rather you take advantage of that gyration you are seeing in the market to see. You can see that this morning now, this Presco, let me see, hold on, to make sure that Presco, some streaming charts. Okay. You can see that the stock here, you can see the movement of Presco here. You can see where it is. There's already a gap here. You can see that is why I see a gap here already. Gap here, but it's waiting for to register. When you look at the stock now, it's already at the say. But if you come here, you can see the high and lows already within that point. The stock is here now. You can see the gap of we're seeing here, but you can see it here. But because it has not registered the 100,000 unit, that you have not seen the full chart here, but you can see the movement already here after it has saturated for this period. Pull back at to 102, come back to 104.50 before we can see this move. Now for me, it's a good stock to watch, but let me call other indicators as usual to guide us on what to do in this situation. But I see that the stock is having try to have a breakout again after you can see a lot of activities here at this point. Now we can see that it's open up again. You can see the way Bollinger has opened wide here. But let's break our C line and others. For me, it will guide you to know exactly what you are doing at this point. For Presco, we are seeing a strong crossover in MACD. From that, we are seeing money flow looking up, which is good. You can see it here now. You can see that all the momentum indicators are strong, and they are looking up to let you know that yes, there's potential for this. But for those that are in the master class that are taking profit, fine. If you want to take it slowly, fine. But we are giving you a sell signal already. That is our own duty. We have to guide you. We have done that. Yes, you can see here that look at what is happening, and you can see the way the MACD after crossing down here. You can see now it has crossed over on a day chart now to become don't bull now to become a bullish MACD. You can see that the red one has top or crossed up, and you can see a strong crossover here. The blue crossing the red from down is a sign that this stock will still go up, which you can see from the chart here already. Charts don't lie. That's why I don't climb chart. What you see, you interpret and know what to do here. You can see that at this point, that's why I said we're still waiting to see the volume. Once it goes over touch the volume, I'm likely to see that this as we speak now, is still the volume is around yes, it's more than 100,000 units now. I can see about 500 and something, 530 something points, 500 something thousand. It is good. It's okay. It's good. That means this volume will register at the end of the day. We are seeing a stronger and a longer candlestick here. We're still waiting before the market close. It might also be reflected on the chart, but to speak like that, not reflected sharp. But you can see kind of a gap up from the from the 104.50 to almost 115 this morning on the stock on the release. As I said, price stock are moved by what news and what are rumor. and if you to take advantage of it, all will present on your work in your chart. As you see this chart, you ask yourself, what is behind this thing? You now know that something has happened. Chart will always tell you exactly what is happening in the stock, so that you'll be guided and not be carried away. Yes, people, we're looking at the stocks that are keeping the market in up direction. Let's quickly look at what is happening in Nestle. So Nestle yesterday and today, Nestle has come back to the gainer chart. Yesterday, it lost one of the factors that put the market down to that 0.24. As we speak now, rally was seen in Presco and also coming back to 1,410, gaining 2.8. It's also a good thing for the market this morning, or this afternoon. For me, it's a good one. Let's see how the chart of Nestle is looking at. How the chart is looking at this moment. Once we get the chart of Nestle, then we can round up with that for today. For all I said that the tips I give you this morning, I can tell you that after the class, you must have one thing you take away from this class, that you go and practice in your portfolio, and your portfolio become better, so that when we are coming the next day, you're also looking at one thing that you take away from this discussion that will also going to better your portfolio. That is the essence of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose, so that you can get information that will help you to make informed decision. You can see here now that you can see the chart of Nestle trying to resist a decline after yesterday. You can see it has come up here again. For me, it's a good one for Nestle, but let's quickly look at our indicators. Let me look at 1 hour chart of Nestle on this hour. You can see where it is now. Don't know where it is. It has gone up here before coming back. You can see this candlestick here. Trading around that touch as almost 1,430. Now as it's currently doing 1,410. You can see the price movement here for today, and you can see with a good volume. You can look at down here following this. For me, it's a good one on a 1 hour chart or day chart. For one day, I see that is different from our chart. But let's quickly look at the indicators before we call it a day. But I know that you have taken something from this class today. Yes, those that are said sell into an up market. If you have made money in any of the position you are, sell into the up market and see, because if market continue, and as I told you earlier, that market is in a kind of a distribution stage. Once you enter the decline stage, and it gets to support level, you cannot have cash to jump. That is why as you're taking profit, you are wanting to see opportunity to come back. Because even though as market remains volatile and we'll see some uncertainty associated with the pre-election year coming, this same market was also going to create wealth for those that are designed, and those that also that are taking analysis to trade. It's not a kind of emotion or fundamental thing. No, you must know how to combine the two, fundamental and take away emotion with your strong stop loss. You're able to navigate the volatility and also the uncertainty that associated with the pre-election year. Also, don't forget that pre-election year, we're about to see more liquidity coming out because of political activities. For that, expect that the market will go up, but you must prepare yourself. That is why I will encourage you, just fix the date, go to your itineraries and make sure that 2nd of April, you set it aside to listen to the expert, and also the kind of stock they're going to pick for you. That you go back and look at your portfolio. If you have them, you know what to do. If you don't have them, you know the one that you're going to sell off and position ahead, because those strong groups and strong sector will always stay ahead of any economic situation, whether in a downturn and upturn, because they have peculiar kind of characteristics that are associated with those defensive groups and the sector. Since that is what that will support their prices, you need to know on time and reposition your portfolio in that direction. So at the end of the day, your portfolio is protected. And don't be greedy. Once your stock get to your stop loss, don't procrastinate, don't add emotion, take action immediately, because when you're in a volatile market, there's no purpose for delaying. Take your decision at the right time, and that will help you also to play safe in the market and protect your capital. That's why in this class I will emphasize that your stop loss and your profit targets, your buy range, and they also take away emotion should be out of it, because in a volatile market, the market is risky, and you must take what prompt decision at any time to kind of safeguard your portfolio and put your portfolio in the right direction. You can see that all the momentum indicators are looking good for Nestle. After yesterday, you can see the that, but today phone is entering that stock. Phone now is reading around the 69.